Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here, and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build a simple piston lift or tiny elevator. So if we come in here, all we have to do is click our button and we'll be lifted up to the second floor of our house. And then once we are done doing what we have to do down here, just come back in here, click the button once again, and then we'll retract back down to our first floor. Now this thing, guys, is so simple. I'm sure anyone who's anyone can build this thing. Let's go ahead and look at the redstone behind this thing, and literally that is it, guys. All it is a bunch of 2-tick delay repeaters going into those sticky pistons with a monostable circuit up here, and that's all of the redstone. So let's go ahead and see what it does when we click the button. So click the button, the monostable circuit will go off. It will let go of this block right here, thus making all of our pistons extend up. It's a quad piston lift, so it'll extend 4 times up. And then when we click the button again, you can click it down here if you really want to, it will retract back down into the floor. So let's go ahead and start building this thing. Alright guys, so for this build you're going to need a 5x4 spacing, and you're also going to have to dig down 3. Now that red stained clay is where your lift will be going. Now the resources you're going to need for this build are 5 sticky pistons, 1 regular piston, 5 redstone repeaters, 5 redstone dust, 2 buttons, 1 lever, 4 slime blocks, a piece of sand. We're also going to need 22 immovable objects. Now I'm going to be using obsidian for mine, but I highly recommend using furnaces because it's a lot easier to get your hands on. Alright guys, so once you have gathered all your resources and you got your 5x4 spacing, come to the bottom left hand corner, and we're going to just count up to where this red stained clay is. So over 1, and then up 1, and then on all 4 of these blocks we're going to place sticky pistons facing upwards. Then on top of the sticky pistons we're going to place 4 slime blocks, and then you're going to have to take out blocks of choice. You will be able to see this. This is going to be for your lift bottom. I'm going to be using slabs for mine, but you can use whatever type of blocks you want. Next up, we're going to start up on the redstone, and like I said, guys, this thing is so easy to build, it's ridiculous. So we're going to come right over here to this left-hand side, and off this sticky piston, we're going to place a block with a piece of redstone on top of it. Then we're going to put another block next to this sticky piston, and put a repeater going into that redstone on 2 ticks delay. Then we're going to come up a block behind our 2-tick delay repeater with a piece of redstone here. Then we're going to come over a block. Now we have to use immovable objects here because we have slime blocks here. So I'm just going to place down 2 obsidian. But like I said, guys, furnaces. Furnaces are a lot easier to get. I highly recommend using furnaces. Next up, we're going to place a piece of redstone here. And then put another repeater going into this redstone on 2 ticks delay. Place a block right behind our 2-tick delay repeater with a piece of redstone on top of it. Then right on top of our 2-tick delay repeater, we're going to place another immovable object like that. It has to be an immovable one. Next, place a block up right next to your redstone, a block over, and put a repeater going into this block on 2 ticks delay. Place a block right behind this 2-tick delay repeater with a piece of redstone on top of it, and then place an immovable object right next to this redstone like this. And that is it, guys. That is literally the entire lift besides the monostable circuit. So if I place a lever right here and I flip it down, as you can see, it will extend all the way up. And then when we flip up the lever, it will retract all the way down. It is that simple, guys. So all the way up and all the way down. Next up, go ahead and take out some blocks of choice. You can use whatever blocks you want here. We're going to place a block right next to our immovable object, a block above it, and a block down underneath it. Then off the top third one, we're going to place down a button right here. You can use a wooden button, a stone button, really doesn't matter. And then we're going to place a piece of redstone on top of this block. Then right off the side of the block, we're going to place down a piston facing upwards. Place a piece of sand on top of your piston. And then coming off, going towards the inside of your build, we're going to place down another block with a repeater coming out of your sand block on 1 tick delay. Then we're going to place a sticky piston facing downwards off the side of that repeater. So go into sneak mode and just place a sticky piston facing downwards with a block in front of it. Then on top of this block right here that this 2-tick is going into, we're going to place another repeater going this way, place a block behind the repeater, and then place a lever off the top of it, flip down the lever so that repeater is on all the time. And that is it, guys. You are completely done. So if we click this button right here, as you see, it lets go of the block and our lift goes up. And if we click the button again, it pulls up the block and our lift goes down. And then for the top button, all we have to do is just take out our blocks of choice once again, place a block up here, and then put a button up here for your top button. So if I click the button up here, lift goes up, click the button again, and the lift goes down. So now all we have to do is just clean up the area, and you're going to have to put in your removable objects in the respectful place so it does not get stuck on anything. So right here off this front part right here, we have to add in 2 immovable objects right here so the slime blocks don't touch them. And then we're going to have to add immovable objects around the whole entire thing right here. And this side as well, we're going to have to add in some right here. So we have to come up at least 3 blocks with immovable objects. So 1, 2, 3, and come up 3 around the whole entire thing. You can go all the way to the top. It will make it look a lot better. But all you have to do is come up 3. So if we click the button, it goes all the way up. Click the button again, and it comes all the way down. So like I said, you could put whatever blocks you want up here, but I highly recommend just making the entire thing the same color, just so it looks nice. So I'm going to come up 3 more blocks off this top row. So 1, 2, 3, come all the way to the top. And we're going to come up on this side as well, all the way to the top. And then we're going to take out our blocks of choice and just place it around the whole entire border of our top side as well. So make sure it comes up 3 blocks like that, and then place it in like this. And there you guys have it. So click the button, lift goes up to the top floor, and then click the button again, and the lift goes down. And if you would like to, you could take out some redstone lamps and place 4 redstone lamps like this with a lever on the top of it, flip it down, and then place a piece of redstone like this, just so it looks nice. But you don't have to add in those redstone lamps. It's just nice because it lights up the area. So come in here, click the button, and we'll get lifted up to our 2nd floor. And then once we're on our 2nd floor, we can go ahead and leave our lift and then have whatever we want up here. But then when we're ready to leave, come over here, click the button again, and it will retract back down. And there you guys have it. That is how you build a simple piston lift or tiny elevator. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, peace.